People love them raw, grilled, or fried. I know Senator Mitchell does. This is National Oyster Day, and Executive Chef Danny Allen from the Ways and Means Oyster House in Huntington Beach is here with the taste of their menu. We want to welcome you, Chef. I have to be honest with you, when I first had oysters, it was more of an acquired taste. I didn't like them when I was a kid, and as an adult, whether it's an oyster shooter or just a simple oyster with hot sauce and lemon, I love it now.
Well, see, that's the traditional way to eat oysters. A lot of people put hot sauce, Tabasco sauce, lemon juice on them. What we do at Ways and Means, we use a champagne mignonette, which is our special blend of herbs and spices we put mixed with a little champagne and some champagne vinegar to bring out the freshness and the quality of the oysters.
And that taste of the sea, right?
Oh, yeah.
The mignonette helps bring out.
Yeah, that's what people want. That's what they crave about oysters. Our East oysters that we have right here are a little sweeter. So if you're a beginner oyster eater, you might want to try these ones. The real light flavor of the ocean, not too salty, really nice kind of a sweet melony flavor.
And Chef, these are two different types, right? At least they look to me, right? Two different types.
Yeah, these are our Ways and Means East oyster, West oysters. They come from Baja, California, and these are the more traditional, salty ocean. You get a real ocean taste, ocean flavor. If you've ever been underwater in Huntington Beach, you would know what these taste like almost.
And what's nice, a lot of restaurants will even do an oyster flight. If they specialize in that sort of seafood, you can have several different types and taste the difference.
Yeah, what we do a lot of the dressed oysters. I brought a little sample here. We could mix some up and try some on our oysters today.
That would be great. I would love to do that. And Chef, when you go to a restaurant, what's the best way to know that the oyster is fresh? I know a lot of people are concerned it is raw seafood after all.
Yes. When you're looking at an oyster, like for this one, for instance, you're looking to make sure that the oyster...
Let's show Phil over here so he can see
that the oyster is all closed up and that you got a nice sound to it. You want to make sure it's nice and heavy weighted in your hand, and you know that sucker's not alive.
Because it's still alive when it's closed, right? So if it's open, it's died.
The oysters, they actually have a liver, and there is parts inside there.
Wow.
So.
All right, and it smells very fresh.
Yeah, always smell fresh. If they smell like the ocean, they're not fresh.
Gotcha.
So.
Now we're going to shuck one. We want to show the people how you do that, because I know that's probably the hardest part of the...
Yeah, so what we do is this is called the hinge of the oyster in the front here. And we take our handy dandy shucker knife.
Right.
Being very careful not to put this anywhere else but through the oyster.
Right.
So this is what we do with the towel.
Expert,
so we take this, and not all oysters open easy, but if you just wiggle that right down in there.
I can hear the struggle there in the shell.
Once you get it in there.
It's almost about to pop. Be careful.
Oh, you get that sometimes.
See, it's not easy.
They're alive, and they are fighting for their life. So once you get that in there,
you
give it a nice little pop.
Oh, look at that.
And you hear that pop open.
I heard the pop, yeah.
And then you want to run your knife across the top, which is the adductor muscle.
Which is right here.
Which we just scraped off there.
You scraped it right off.
And then we'll take our knife, slide it back in. Right on the bottom is another one. And then we flip this sucker over.
Now, do you normally leave the juice that's inside with the oyster?
The flavor.
That's the whole trick, right?
Yeah, that's the flavor.
Now, what should we put on this, Chef? I want to try it.
This one.
Is it good to eat? It's good to eat.
Oh, yeah. Okay. They're all good.
Let's do the mignonette, right? That's the classic.
Mignonette. So we put a little bit of that on there. Squeeze just a little touch of lemon juice on there for you. So
tell us a little bit about the restaurant and what can people expect?
We don't just sell oysters at the restaurant. We also have our non-oyster menu, as we call it. And
that's really good.
Yeah, we do have Lobster Mondays, where we have 1 pound meat lobsters for $10.
That's pretty good.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
So we get quite a nice crowd there for the afternoon for that. We also have lobster rolls. We do a jerk salmon that is one of our top sellers. We also do ahi poke, a taco poke that's made out of octopus.
So there's lots of options. Can you tell us really quick before we go really quick? Here are some of your other toppings. You have mango. What else? Yeah,
so what we do is we take the mango, we mix it with a little red bell pepper, some red onion, this is some fresh garlic, some ginger, and then what we have here is basically a simple syrup that we mix in. And we mix everything together. I actually have some that I put together for us earlier.
And here's what it looks like right here.
And that's the finished
that goes
result.
Right on your oyster as well.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to try this during commercial break. Thank you so much, Chef, for being here. You did great. For more information about National Oyster Day and Ways and Means Oyster House, just go to kcal9.com. Click Seen on TV. First time I've had it that fresh, Sandy.
Yeah, really.
Right out of the shell.
Still moving, right?
Yep.
All right.